Hi everyone, I hope this finds you well. I was just filling my car with gas, which makes me think about things. And I just wanted to share something with you because facilitating all of the procedures that we do at Veterans in Pain comes from a place of a very personal place of my having been treated in the interventional realm, and the results of that made me realize this has to be accessible to everybody, nonetheless vets. But in this, I need to make really, really clear that it's very rarely ever a one-stop shop kind of thing when it comes to chronic pain. And even though I did have a stem cell transplant and it did save my life during that period of time, I went from having literal labor contractions in my spinal cord every 10 to 15 minutes around the clock, 3 to 4 minutes at a time. I know I've shared my story 100 times, so forgive me. I was in a wheelchair for 8.5 years, in bed for 6, 90% of the time. So since I had that transplant, there is no question, didn't have one spinal contraction after that day, went back to physical therapy, learned to walk again. It is an amazing story. But there's a lot that goes along with that allowed me to get to that point. And I had a real wake-up call in the last couple of days that this is a continuing journey. So here we go. So I had the stem cell transplant in 2017, already had a pain pump, intrathecal pain pump, spinal stimulators north and south, and just a plethora of other adjunct measures and supplements and things like that, neurostimulators that I use and stuff to help with pain management. But I got real cocky. It was that I am doing so great that I'm going to work on this. I have over the past year with decreasing the levels in my pain pump, and I'm going to get this pain pump taken out. It has been my full-time job kind of for the last year. And so you bring it down. It went from thousands of mics in my pump, which is the concentration of the medicines in there. And I got it all the way down to like 67 mics. And this was like a week and a half ago. So we're at the point now, I go in for my last appointment to bring it all the way down so they can put saline in it and then have my surgery all scheduled for September 7th to have my pain pump extracted as well as my spinal stimulator battery that's in my flank. Cool, ready to go. Got down to 67 mics. I'm like, well, if I can make it this far, I'm gonna be just fine. God. So, funny enough, I did get down to the 67 mics. I wasn't so fine, and things are starting to feel a little delicate down there. And then I get down to, I don't know how many, 35 mics. I don't remember what it was, something like that, because I cut it in half. And oh dear God in heaven, Jesus, I can't. I was in bed, flat on my butt, for 4 days, absolute burning in my spinal cord. I had fire going down my legs, and it was, like I said, the biggest wake-up call that just because I have this mission to get off all of these support measures doesn't mean that's necessarily in my cards, nor will that necessarily give me the greater quality of life that I'm looking for, being free of machines. I went back in. I said, please, can you increase? Because we were moving Cassie into college yesterday. And I'm like, I can't even walk around my house. So went back in, and Dr. Joshua Prager is my doctor, and he increased my pain pumps, and we had a long talk. And I'm going to have to keep the pump in. Until when, I don't know. But I obviously can't live without it yet. And that's okay. And that's a really hard thing to say when you have a vision of, gosh, I'm only going to be fully healed if I can function independently and free of these pain solutions. And it doesn't mean I'm weak. It doesn't mean that this is it forever. But at this point in time, I'm going to have to keep the pain pump in and rely on it more. And I have to look at it as though, thank God, there's a pain pump in and it can help me handle it more, right? So that was kind of a cool place to get to, in that yesterday, I was able to move my daughter into school, and she lives on the 3rd floor of her dorm, and they don't have an elevator. Only dorm in the entire campus that doesn't have an elevator. And we moved boxes, and I was able to carry them, and I was able to help her. I went up and down, up and down, up and down the stairs, and I'm like, I can do these things. I walked around campus all day long. So what if I had to rely on a device for me to continue to do that? I had gone from hiking 3.5 miles in the mountains with my kids and my husband to virtually being on bed rest again for 4 days. So don't lose heart, guys. If you're in a similar place, or you're like, if I can just get rid of this thing, or if I can just get rid of that medication, then life is going to be free again. When sometimes you may end up needing those things to be free again. I'm going with that. So I'm sending love to everybody out there. The journey continues, and it is what it is, and that's okay. So that's the message for today. I don't got nothing left to give today, but that's what I got to give today. No, I'm not driving. I'm actually sitting in a parking spot, so you have not moved. I just got gas at the gas station. But yeah, it's okay, guys. It's all good. And I'm thinking about all of you facing the same issues that so many of us face every day, and sending everybody healing vibes. And visit our website if you're a veteran, if you're a family member of a veteran who's suffering from chronic pain. We are facilitating multidisciplinary measures, including functional medicine, interventional medicine, and hyperbaric therapy, and these tools that can be used together in tandem. And if you need surgery or surgical intervention, we also have access to those physicians as well. Okay, so that's it for today. Website is veteransinpain.org, just like it sounds. Not a window pane. That'd be weird. And I'm signing off, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.